Hello YouTube, I'm Blair from Making Techno. I wanted to share with you my top 5 resources for electronic music production. So number 1 for me is this little book here, Music Theory for Computer Musicians by Michael Hewitt. Now if, like me, you weren't taught you're not a classically trained musician, or you haven't ever learnt any theory, then this book is absolutely fantastic and a resource that I keep coming back to time and time again. He basically takes you from the different types of scales right through to complex harmony and some pretty interesting stuff. So my number 2 resource is a set of videos by the New York School of Synthesis by a guy called Dean Friedman. Now, he made these videos in 1985, so they've definitely stood the test of time. And in those videos, he takes you through all the different types of synthesizers and right through to different types of modulation and using LFOs and things like that. My number 3 resource is The Art of Mixing by David Gibson. This is another video that's on YouTube, and I'll put a link down here in the video description. I'll put all the links to all these resources down below. So yeah, The Art of Mixing by David Gibson. This was recorded in 1990 as well, and it gives you a fantastic visual representation of how the sound would look if it was a physical, if you were able to see it. So in part 1 he covers the visual representation of imaging. In part 2 he covers the visual representations of studio equipment. And in part 3 he covers the structure of mixes. And it's just fantastic. He shows you how you can use your studio creatively to put sounds in different places and make your mix full and sound really good. So my number 4 resource is Mike Monday's Start Now Finish Fast courses. Now, I enrolled on one of these many years ago. I'm not sure how long Mike had been doing these at the time, but it was a really useful thing for me. It's less about actual music production and more really about creating creative habits and how to essentially produce more music in a lot less time, streamlining everything, and yeah, just getting lots more done. I would highly recommend these courses. And this brings me to my number 5 resource, which is in fact the Resident Advisor Art of Production articles. There have been a couple of these, and I think the most useful one to myself was actually Paula Temple's interview and article, which really showed me that everybody needs to have a production process. Her production process is really a 3-part process. The first part is sonic exploration, where she literally records all of the output that she's creating at the time in whatever DAW she's using, Ableton. So literally hitting record and recording every sound that she's making. So yeah, she'll do that. Then she'll go away from the production. She'll come back, and second part of her process is creating drums and percussion, and she'll make lots and lots of variations of that and do the same thing, record everything as she's going, literally record the output as she's fiddling and tweaking different parameters. Then she has her third part of the production, which is she'll come in and she'll collate all those sounds from the initial sonic exploration and then the drums and the percussion, and she'll put all those things together and make some sort of arrangement, or make a track. So I found that incredibly useful, because instead of sitting down and trying to make an entire track all in one go, it is okay to just sit down and fiddle and tweak and make all sorts of strange sounds, but as long as you're recording all those, you can come back to them later and chop them all up and arrange them into a track. So I hope you like this video, and yeah, find all the links to all those resources below in the description, and don't forget to click subscribe and leave a comment if you found this useful. Thank you.